Patrick Byamukama. Now, the FDC presidential candidate Nathan Nandala Mafabi has rejected the outcome of Uganda's recently concluded presidential elections, accusing the state of widespread electoral malpractice, abuse of public resources, and institutional failures that compromised the vote. Speaking to the media in Mbale on Tuesday, Mafabi thanked his campaign team and supporters for their resilience under what he described as harsh and unequal campaign conditions. He said his team traversed the country on poor roads while competing against a ruling party candidate who benefited from extensive state support. He argued that the election results did not reflect the will of the people, claiming the outcome was predetermined and that many opposition supporters were discouraged from voting due to a lack of confidence in the process. Mafabi questioned the credibility of voter turnout figures released by the Electoral Commission, noting that while about 10 million voters reportedly cast ballots, a significant number of registered voters did not participate. The FDC leader also alleged heavy deployment of security forces during the elections and irregularities in vote counting and tallying, questioning whether the exercise qualified as a genuine election. He concluded by urging Ugandans to remain hopeful, saying political power is not permanent and the country belongs to its citizens. Now, Buganda Road Chief Magistrate's Court has remanded Maverick lawyer Hassan Male Mabirizi over hate speech. Mabirizi was arrested on Tuesday, was arraigned before Chief Magistrate Rita Neumbe Chidasa and charged with charges related to hate speech and malicious information against Justice Musa Sekana and newly appointed Chief Justice Dr. Flavian Zeija read for him. Prosecution led by Chief State Attorney Joan Keko and Richard Birivumbuka told the court that last month at various areas in Uganda, including Kampala and Wakiso districts, Mabirizi, using his TikTok account at Male Mabirizi, said the current Chief Justice is a conman, fraudster, corrupt, and sold off his property to pay a bribe for his appointment as principal judge and a court file grabber. He's also accused of saying that Justice Musa Sekana is a conman and fraudster, which information the state says is false and likely to ridicule, degrade, and demean the judge. There was a drama in court when the charges were read and Mabirizi declined to take plea, that is to accept or deny the charges, saying he knew the chief magistrate with whom he said had issues. He, however, later accepted to take plea after consulting his lawyers, led by Uganda Law Society Vice President Anthony Asimwe. Mabirizi denied the charges and was remanded to Luzira until February 18, 2026. And at least 259 candidates failed the recently released primary leaving examinations PLOE results in Hoima City. The results were announced by the Education and Sports Minister Janet Kataha Museveni last week. According to Johnson Kusima Baingana, the city principal education officer, the city had 693 candidates passing in first grade, 1,913 in second grade, 511 in third grade, while 268 candidates passed in fourth grade. 259 candidates failed the examination, while 33 candidates did not show up. According to Baingana, there was a slight improvement in the 2025 PLOE performance compared to the previous year. And in our business news this morning, the Petroleum Authority of Uganda Power has confirmed ongoing plans with oil companies to bring in more foreign experts as the country enters critical stages of oil production ahead of the first oil target in July 2026. Power Executive Director Ernest Rubondo says companies are working day and night to meet the agreed timelines, with most construction and infrastructure works expected to be completed by April ahead of testing. Speaking during a two-day tour of the Tilenga oil project in Bulisa, the country's largest oil field with 240 wells, of which 175 have been drilled, Rubondo emphasized the need for high-tech expertise that may not be readily available locally. Rubondo reassured the public that Uganda remains on track for first oil, reporting progress across major projects. And that's it from our news desk this morning. Thank you so much for your company. My name is Patrick, and stay right here. Bukire